Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to be going over SwissTech, and we're going to be interviewing Julian. Just wanted to make sure everyone understands this is not a paid promotion, but I am actively searching for different great projects on the XRPL to bring you so that you understand where maybe that next wave of investment will go on the XRPL once XRP gets more regulatory clarity and once people realize the greatness of the XRPL is what it is. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started here. Always appreciate those of you who smash that like button. And yes, Julian, thank you for joining us today about SwissTech, and it's great to have you. I know you've done a lot for the XRPL that maybe people may not even have realized, so I'm happy to highlight that today. But first, let's just jump into a little bit about you, and then we'll get into a little bit about your project, and then we'll get into all the things you've created, including the project itself, of course. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Julian.
Yeah, hello everyone. First, thank you for having this interview with you. And yeah, my name is Julian, as many already know, and I'm the founder of the SwissTech token project and also the founder of and leader of Tipper project. Yeah, I'm from Switzerland. I come from a small city in the mountains, which is the Silicon Valley of watches, of high-end luxury watches.
Okay.
I have a deep watchmaking background, and I'm very connected to this watch industry. And on the other side, as a private person, I was XRP Maxi since maybe almost 9 to 10 years.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, from a personal experience, it was obvious for me at some point to create a project on the XRPL and joining both worlds together because I may have found a ssolution for the counterfeit industry. So yeah, that's a bit about me.
Okay. Well, if you don't mind me asking just real quick, a lot of people may not know about the regulatory side inside of, Switzerland. I imagine that it's much more open than, let's say, the US is right now, and less hostile.
Oh,
is that easier for you guys over there? I mean, many people over here may
uh,
not know.
I think I would easily convince any crypto project to move over to Switzerland.
Okay.
Yes, Switzerland is really truly crypto friendly. Um, there's other countries for sure also, but Switzerland has many advantages, not just on the crypto regulation, but also on establishing a company and having a security, real service here in Switzerland. So, in overall, it's a very interesting country when it comes to crypto and banks and companies
Yep.
and lawyers and law. So, yes,
Yep.
sure. We are not having a SEC like America. We have the FINMA here in Swiss, which is pretty crypto friendly, and that's why I think Swiss will be one of the epicenters in the future for what is blockchain. This.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you sharing some light on that. Tell us a little bit about the project you created, and yeah, I guess walk us through. If you want me to click on any parts of your site, I'm happy to show if you want to talk about it.
Yeah, my main project is the SwissTech token, and this is a watch promotion project, basically, where we intend to use the blockchain as a new commercial strategy for the watch industry. And for sure, what was the main motivation was to use the NFTs as a digital certificate solution to counter the counterfeits, basically, and
Okay.
to offer way more, to create more commercial strategies and marketing using NFTs. And also, all when I say promotion is also kickstarting small watch projects and independent watch designers by offering them a fundraising platform and option where they can basically pre-sell NFTs that links them. It's a contract between the creator and the customer, which
Okay.
relies them basically until the product is created. So it's a a huge field of opportunities and possibilities for the watch industry. And as I come from this city, which is basically the only one on earth where all this watch knowledge and watchmaking knowledge is concentrated since 250 years,
Wow.
it was obvious that we had to start something. On the other part, we have some development resources. So yeah, that's how it started. I didn't realize how big this will become, how much work it will require, and that we will still be so funny here after 1.5 year. So yeah, SwissTech is my main project, and after that, I joined it also and took the lead of the Tipper project in August last year. Um, and this was mainly because we created tools, and we wanted not to mix everything, and I didn't want to bring SwissTech inside of something that isn't linked to watches, basically.
Okay.
But yeah, with time, everything is changing always. So yeah.
Well, I guess let me ask a few questions if you don't mind me asking. One, uh, have you actually deployed watches on the XRPL with those NFTs now that we have XLS20 and all that?
To understand well, we don't create watches. We don't. We are not a watch brand. We also decided to not partner with a watch brand because we are a platform, a marketplace, and a promotional platform and a tool for the
Okay.
watch industry. So when it comes to NFT and digital certificate, we are more working with the watch industry and few brands to, for example, create biometric glasses or microchips that are integrated in the watch while they are manufactured.
Ah, I
Uh,
see.
so it's more how we introduce technology inside the watches to make a bridge between the real object and the digital world.
I got you. You're going
But
phygital with it. All right, cool.
exactly, and we basically work on this part, and then there will be watch brand. They won't use this solution. They will just use the Kickstarter part, basically, or they will just use the marketplace, or they will just use the crypto basically as a commercial, a new commercial way. So it's the SwissTech platform is a tool basically for the watch industry to use blockchain in different ways, basically.
Okay.
And that's why we are not creating any watches. We are creating basically,
A marketplace.
a platform and tools for watchmakers.
Okay, so my next question is, where's the marketplace then? Like, is that what the Connect wallet is for, or?
Oh, no, the actual web page is just a landing page. I won't go any deeper, but it was an unsuccessful partnership with a web designing company from La Chaux-de-Fonds.
Happens.
Uh, we decided to pay a pretty decent price to a company which is already working with many watch brands by thinking they would make it better than us,
Hmm.
which wasn't the case. I had the choice to make a new landing page, but I realized that it would take me time that I prefer to spend in the real development of the actual back end of our platform.
Gotcha.
And so this actual connect wallet button was only for our NFT holders to connect to the rewarding pool, basically.
Okay.
So when they connected on that button, they got registered on the rewarding pool that was meant for the VIP community.
Gotcha. Okay, so the marketplace is still being developed because a web
Oh,
developer fell through, basically.
yeah, basically this was just a landing page. In the waiting time, we developed the main platform, and we intend to release the fundraising part of our project and 3D modeling service end of this summer. So this landing page is just a landing page in meantime, but is far from being basically our marketplace or our product. And that's why we release a first step of our development this summer so that people can already see and basically fundraise some watch projects that they would like to see happen.
Gotcha. No, that's cool. I mean, I'm not too into the watch scene myself. I'm just one of those
Which is
guys.
normal.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously the Swiss is known for the quality. Obviously, usually a bit out of my price range, but I'm sure as XRP takes off, I might reconsider that at some point. So I'll be visiting back with you, I guess, or your marketplace. Well, we'll be interested to see. I guess that's the next kind of what's the word I'm looking for? The next um the next kind of huge thing you have going on. What's the there's a word for this that I'm totally forgetting. um Not iteration, but it's the next thing on your roadmap that you're planning on releasing is what I'm trying to
Oh,
get at. Was that my
um,
understanding?
yeah, I mean, our roadmap, our first roadmap was for the first year. There is things that we achieved, and that there is things we delayed, and there is things we decided to not do, such as exchange listings, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we just realized that we don't want to spend any energy and money on exchange listing. We rather invest that money on development, even more with these times we had during that year where exchanges fold the one after the other. So there's a few points on the roadmap that we left aside, few that are delayed, few that are done. But what I would say, the main thing that we decide that is to release end of the summer the fundraising part of our marketplace,
Okay.
which will already allow watchmakers, small watchmakers, to find some financement for their prototypes, and which will allow already the XRPL community to get some watches in exchange of XRP or XRPL tokens.
No, that's great.
So
I was just the word I was looking for was milestones. So when I bring people on, I try to give people a way to build trust with the project. And so when they're looking for that next thing the project's gonna do, I'm trying to figure out, okay, well, what's that next thing that they can deliver on to show the community
sure, sure.
that are just now
Yeah,
tuning in, what to look for. So
yeah. What to look for is by end of the summer, people will be able to already jump in and finance some watch projects and get basically it's working like Kickstarter. Once the pool is full, the prototype goes under production, and once the product is produced, all the NFT owners got their watch delivered basically.
oh,
So this is something we may see end of summer, and we may have end of this year maybe the first watches that are delivered. So that's also depending on the watchmakers. That's
hmm,
not really relying on us. But I would say for the SwissTech token, this is what people can await this year, which is already the whole fundraising part of the SwissTech token project.
gotcha.
And all the other things will maybe take 1 to 3 years. I estimate between 2 to 3 years to be able to develop everything that we had in mind for the project, basically.
Well, I mean, at least now it's great that you're bringing the website in house and live and learn in terms of small businesses. So I can't wait to see it up and running and just to be that next best thing on the bringing Swiss watches of all things that supposedly in this world that rings quality. These are the this is one of them. So super exciting to see, and I can't wait to see
Thank
those
you.
go up. But now, kind of you mentioned some things to me off camera that I wanted to ask about. You said you've never done a pre-sale. We're talking about fundraising. You're talking about for people that are creating watches on your marketplace. You've never done a pre-sale. You've never done any kind of fundraising yourself, right? Can you just go tell the community what you told me? I just want to make sure we captured that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, as we also started December 21, if people remain well, it was in middle of a period where we had maybe 100 new projects every day, and the 99% of them were just scam.
Yeah.
So it was obviously very difficult just to start a project in normal conditions. We lost a lot of time by just explaining people, wait. Let us some time. We are doing something. and
Yeah,
we
right.
realized there is no way to do a pre-sale. And on the other side, as we are in Swiss and we are intending to do something real, you cannot just hit over, issue a token, and start to sell it. There is some regulations behind, and
Hmm.
for me, it was clear from the beginning. I will wait until the day the government says me, Julian, now you can go. Everything is ready. The bank account is ready. Everything is ready. If now you have 3 million US dollar entering, everything is okay. You know how much tax you will pay. And then for sure, one day we will have to get financed for our project.
Hmm.
But right now we do it old school. We first develop the product and then we will look how we get our money back. But
Okay.
yeah, we only sold the NFT collection, 200 NFTs, which are not sold out. And that money, we didn't use it for us. It was to provide liquidity for the rewarding of those NFTs and also to buy the watch that there's a little raffle for the VIP community.
Okay.
So basically, yes, until now, we didn't make any lucrative activity on that project.
Well, I mean, that's, startups be startups, right? So, I mean, a lot of people might be surprised that most of the projects, don't come out with a ton of funding or partnerships, and, that's small business. And so but the thing about small business in this space is if you do it right and you can be very well off in the future. So, that's the goal for everyone probably trying to watch, right? So, I do want to. I do want to get to the other things that you've created on the XRPL that I think most people may not be aware of, and I encourage you all to stick to the end because there's definitely ways to benefit from the tools that Julian's created. But I do want to ask a little bit about your project, like how does a holder of the token seemingly, I guess, profit, or what's the whiff a minute for the token holder in it? If you could just elaborate on that. Not anything about price, but just, how do the tokens work inside your system?
This is for me always the best question. Why did someone issue a token
Yeah.
and for what is he using it? I issued the SwissTech token because I wanted to create a token that is there to promote the watch industry and to create a micro financial system for that.
Okay.
And also on another way, because I found that I'm able to evaluate something. And there it comes for me. We can talk about that. Maybe it's linked to one of my tools. It's the redemption value. Uh, if you issue just a token and you don't provide anything around this token, it's a worthless token and there is no reason for this token to exist.
Mm-hmm.
But if you provide some redemption value on that token, uh, then everything changed because basically the token you have, you on top of it create, for example, a programmer side of it that is evaluating this token. I give an example with our Airdrop rewarding tool that is made for project leaders on the XRPL that want to reward their community, NFT holders, creating, for example, airdrops, daily rewards, stacking pools, or such things.
Mm-hmm.
They have to buy an access code to the rewarding tool, which they pay with SwissTech token. So that means over time, there's always every day a project, someone needing SwissTech token to use a service.
Okay.
And to access to this service, he pays with SwissTech token, which he gets where? On the DEX. Meaning what? That people who hold SwissTech token have kind of a guarantee that over time, there's always someone needing SwissTech. So in some ways, you will always be able to sell it. And that's what I call redemption value. That's even if you're not able to sell it, there will be always someone needing it to
Okay.
access to a service. And for me, that's how you give utility and value to a token. It's by providing some development behind some service that people can use, a program, a trading tool, a rewarding tool, or there's a lot of ways for me to offer redemption value to a token. Providing liquidity is a redemption value. It's very simple. You can simply buy back your token, it's providing value. But yeah, that's a small mechanism I try to introduce for the cryptocurrency I created. And on the other side, as I distributed for free this token, 50% of the supply was airdropped and 50% I'm still holding it. This mechanism is basically buying back this 50% that people got for free.
Okay.
And offering a guarantee, a slow mechanism and guarantee to people that what they hold has actually value for maybe someone else who will need it to do a reward or to use our service.
Okay.
So
How
that's basically a little mechanism for our token.
I appreciate that mechanism for the near term, but for the long term, when it comes to SwissTech, how will SwissTech incorporate the token?
Oh, on the yeah, when we talk outside of redemption value and the airdrop tool for the marketplace, we have a whole system where basically the vendors and the watchmakers have to buy in basically on that platform using SwissTech. Which means that basically all their minting fees and listing fees for their NFT collection and the service they are using on our platform, same as the airdrop tool, they will have to pay in SwissTech,
Okay.
which is basically valuating this ecosystem always a little bit more because there's also tiny burn mechanism behind. And the idea is also to offer possibilities that they can also sell NFT collection or watches using over time the SwissTech. But this will only be possible if the token itself has utility, real value. And so it's a long way to using our token really as a little economy around the watch industry.
Okay. I see now that like that's the you're building the ecosystem within SwissTech for that token. That's what I was trying to
Exactly,
understand. So
exactly. So it's basically a functional operational token on the platform because our goal is that people can easily buy a watch or fundraise a project. We won't ask people to set the SwissTech trust line and to buy some SwissTech. We make a process where they are basically only paying with the XRP, but in the background it will burn some SwissTech, it will buy on the market, it will do things. We want to do our platform as simple as possible, so that Mr. Everyone,
yeah.
even if you don't know crypto, can easily jump in and do his things.
Okay.
So,
Cool. So you'll take fiat as well.
sorry?
You'll take fiat or
Yeah.
like dollars
Um,
or I don't know what the Swiss use, but
This was a long question all the time because basically we should adopt most payment solution possible, but we decided to absolutely not go in that direction. As we not play the middleman, we
hmm
don't hold any money. That means when someone buys a watch, the funds goes directly to the watchmaker or to the watch brand. And
Gotcha.
it's a contract between the watchmaker and the customer. So we don't take any transaction fees on that. It's the ledger fees. That's why we want also to create a decentralized marketplace in some ways. It's really the watchmaker that pays us a fee to issue NFTs, to list them on our marketplace, and to use our tools, basically. But
Okay.
the user itself is really paying it directly to the watch brand and getting things directly from them. And that's why we did put fiat like Stripe service in the middle of that, because that would have mean that at some point we are holding funds
Yeah.
of people transferring it to watch brands. And this complicates everything, as we already are in crypto things. So
Yeah.
we want really to make it a blockchain platform and not a fiat platform, basically.
Understood. Okay, well, now that people understand a little bit about what you've created, where it's going, and the project you've developed on the XRPL, now let's look at. We already kind of took a look at the airdrop machine. This is something I feel like many people don't know about SwissTech, where the XRPL is that a lot of their favorite projects, from my understanding, have used your machine, and it's fairly popular on the XRPL. Um, I mean, I could be wrong on that, but this is my understanding. So, do you know different people that have used your machine before, or different projects that people may be aware of as well that have used it and or are still using it?
I can I can give you a little list, but I'm not sure if I could name them. But I can for sure name Treasury, for example. Duncan is a friend, and there is no secret about it. So yeah, for example, Treasury is actively using our airdrop tool on a daily basis to reward NFT holders and to create daily drops. We have maybe around 10 projects using it really on a daily basis for their
Wow.
rewarding tools, their NFT rewarding, and other things.
Okay.
And we have every week, every month, every day, occasional users, like a project with just doing one airdrop or one snapshot. But yes, overall, since a year, we have this tool. I think there's already many projects that have used it at once, or that have uh, used it at many times. And there is more and more projects for sure using it as a real back-end tool
Okay.
um, for their own rewarding plan, and as it's unlocking, for example, for them things. Yeah, not everyone has to know that you use the airdrop machine, as it's a
Right.
backend tool. So it's normal that many people miss it. This development months ago, as it was meant for developers, project leaders, and not really for in the investor community.
Gotcha. Well, for any project leads that are watching real quick, why don't we just run through the top highlights here, and you can tell us what each of these screens. Obviously, we have instructions here for anyone who wants to use it, which I guess I was on. The
So
snapshot machine. You want to walk us through this just real quick?
yeah, basically instruction part is really for the beginners. It's always important to read everything when you use a tool and do transact with wallets and crypto. So I really encourage people to read every info we give, and if they have question, there is a Discord button, and they can just jump over the Ad Machine Discord and ask to set up a private channel for the project where we assist and help all the time if there's anything. Um, yeah,
Oh, this is
you
Tipper.
on the
Okay.
instruction there is how to set up a rewarding wallet, how to interact basically with that wallet and the rewarding tool. Then we have a snapshot option where projects or anyone basically can do snapshot and save a CSV file. We have the rich list section, which is a free feature that anyone can use without having an access code. You
Oh,
can
that's the
input any.
difference. Is this one requires an access code to do? Okay, cool.
Exactly. And on this one, you have also an option where you can do a double snapshot, where it's also basically taking the XRP holdings of each wallet. So on top of the holdings of your token, you know also how much XRP a wallet is holding.
Oh, you're talking about this one.
Um,
Okay, cool.
this is for maybe some marketing research that can be interesting. And yes, the rich list ads is for non-commercial use. It's a free feature that everyone can use. You can double click and there is already a list of token that we update. And you can also paste any issuer to get the rich list
Oh,
of
the
it.
issuing address. Okay.
Yeah, you can click on anything, and once you have a rich list that is open, you can, for example, also click on any address that will open you the XRP scan if you have to do some forensic. So yeah, it's a great tool. It's worth to look around and to also know the tokenomics of a project. This is a free access, so really everyone can hit over there and do that.
Cool. And this is great for doing research if you're wondering what's going on with different wallets, or if you're wanting to look into a project a bit deeper. That's a really cool tool. So,
Yeah, that's yeah, it helps, I would say. Um, yeah, then we have the next section, which is the main reward section. You may not be able to open it right now because it requires access code.
hmm.
Um, but with pleasure, if we present this program and this tool a bit deeper one day. Um, And on the reward, basically, you have a rewarding dashboard where you can set up a large combination of different rewards, from targeting token holders, XLS40, XLS20 NFT holders, um, targeting rarities of NFTs, excluding, making complicated rules, collaboration rewards, pairings, farmer exclusion,
And it might be getting a little bit deep
percent
for
of
some of my
holding.
viewers, but yeah.
Yeah, so it's really endless with features where you can really do whatever your heart desires in terms of rewarding. Um, you can have a farmer detection service also, or use our general database of farmers to avoid to send out your beloved token to thousands of addresses that belong to one farmer. So yeah,
Oh wow.
and yeah, I think we got a little bit around. It's a tool that is mainly made for
Projects.
project holders, and not really the people investing in the crypto.
Well, let's get into the things that'll benefit them. But this is still really cool. The fact that you've built these tools that the XRPL and the projects use. So that's pretty. Let's get into some of the other cool. What I think people will be interested in, which is I think the cool stuff. I found this, and I'm very interested to understand more about it myself. This is your Dex machine, and the way it was described to me, and I could be wrong, is it was the automated market maker before the automated market maker on XLS 30. So. That's probably not, from what I understand talking to you earlier, that's a little bit of an exaggeration, but help me understand, I guess, the limitations and what this thing does and how a general user can benefit.
Yeah, to maybe just quickly introduce the thing. I was trading with boats since years on exchanges, so I have a background with trading boats that is pretty long, and I know exactly how well it works when it's well calibrated.
Mm-hmm.
And at some point, I was doing grid trading on exchanges and on many assets, and the problem is on exchanges. Uh, on a tiny transaction that is a benefit, they taking a lot of fees. So I can give an example. You're winning $1, they're taking 80 cents, you only win 20 cents.
Ugh, that's horrible. Okay.
Um, so you need a lot of trades in the end to be profitable and to really win something. And then I just realized that, wow, it could be awesome to have the same grid strategies on the XRPL DEX with the low ledger fees. It's very interesting because even if you make tiny profits, it's still profits, and you not get them reduced by huge fees. So that's where the idea of creating grid trading on the XRPL DEX came. And yes, it wasn't absolutely not mean to do an AMM or to concurrence any other ideas that are actually ongoing. But the result in the end is that it can act as an AMM also.
Okay.
But the main goal is to provide a trading tool for people that allows them to basically have a dynamic trading with many little transactions in a precise price range, um, and having basically a tool, a bot, replacing buy and sell orders. So to understand well our DEX machine and our trading bots, they never take a decision and they never buy and sell. The only thing they do is placing buy and sell orders.
Okay.
But you will never have the bot coming up and saying, "Oh, I'm selling now," or "I'm buying now." That's not happening. You're giving him a price range. You're telling him how much grids you want in that price range. Then you say the size, basically the volume of each grid, and the trading bot will always just do this. And if the price goes out of this price range, he will stop the trading. So from a safety perspective in the trading, you have way less exposure because you are trading little transactions. You are not having a bot taking decisions. You are calibrating a tool to do something what you want in a precise price range. And there is the interesting point because it's about this price range basically.
Okay, I think I found my next
I,
video with you, by the way. So
so yeah, I can give a quick example. You can buy Bitcoin for 20K today, and you can wait 5 months, and in 5 months, when you sell it, it's exactly 20K again.
hmm
So you don't lose anything, and you don't win anything.
yeah, that's about the market we're in too, so it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But in these 5 months, the Bitcoin has moved a lot.
Yep.
So my point is, why holding something that maybe has exactly the same value 5 months later, if you could instead trading all those moves and ending up 5 months later by maybe doubling or even way more. That I won't give any details
Yeah.
about this. This is personal setups and grids, but everything is possible. So a grid trading boat is basically a boat catching, if it's well calibrated, every wave, and you're not losing any movement. And you
Okay.
can end up 5 months later with an asset that is exactly having the same value, but you have all those micro trading differences from every volatility.
Yeah, so I'm gonna need to get a tax person in here to help us out with that because at least in the U.S., every exchange from XRP to another token is considered a taxable event. So I'm not sure how they look at trading. And I'm a hodler for anyone who's watching. So this is that part of trading has always been very uh, enticing to
Um,
me, but I'm always very hesitant. So it's good that I have an expert to break it down here.
in Swiss, it's kind of different because basically, if you trade, for example, SwissTech
Yeah.
or I don't know, Expecta against XRP, the Swiss law sees the SwissTech and the XRP as two same things. So it's if you hold XRP or SwissTech, you hold both crypto tokens. It's more when it comes to exchanging it to fiat currency, where the taxes kicks in,
Well,
basically.
not my understanding for how the U.S. taxes work, but I hope that's the
Yeah,
case. Um,
I understand that the USA may be really hard for such things,
yeah.
but yeah, it's important to go over this because yes, if someone has to pay out on every transaction, it may be a bit difficult
Yeah.
for him. That's sure.
And again, we're not here for tax and legal and other advice. Please always consult your tax or legal consultant. This is just my current understanding of a very murky situation in the U.S. So, but anyways, this is an amazing tool. I hope to get more clarity on it myself, and maybe we can shoot another video on how this works.
Yeah,
Um,
sure.
but
That this requires a bit more time, I think.
yes, and I've got so many questions that this could be easily its own hour long, 2 hour long video. So let's I did want to show it though, and again, I don't think people know what all that you're doing, and so I think it's great to highlight, you know, but make sure that you understand all the implications when you go to use a tool like this. So, and this has instructions with it as well, right? Yeah, this has
Yeah,
a set of
you have
instructions.
instructions. You can also anytime hit over the SwissTech Discord. We have a Dex Trader channel and really ask everything. Give feedback, critics. We take everything. We are still in beta, so every feedback is rich to us, and we also really help people if they have questions, if they need explanations. So really everyone is welcome and there is no bad questions. There is only bad answers, I think.
Okay. Well, I think that you might have we'll see about this answer right here. What's this buy access button that I clearly didn't
Okay.
see because our chat was up there?
Okay. If you hit over buy access, you have first basically the demo section, which allows people, anyone can test this trading bot for free without buying an access first. So if you hold some SwissTech in your wallet, if you follow the instruction and you create a dedicated trading wallet, you put some SwissTech inside, you can have 20 free trades on SwissTech XRP. This allows everyone to basically see how the tool is running And we don't want people to buy an access and to complain after by saying it's absolutely not what I wanted.
Okay.
So I prefer people being able to test it and to wisely buy their access once they have tested it, and to be a proud owner of a Dexboat or a Dexborg. And
Okay.
basically you have then three NFTs, which are three different access levels. The Dexboat allow us to trade one trading pair at the same time. Sorry for my English.
You're fine.
So that means you can have 5, 10, as much different tokens you want in your trading wallet, but you will only be allowed to trade one token same time.
So
The next
one trading pair.
one trading pair,
Okay,
exactly.
cool.
The next trading boat allows you to have 3 trading pairs simultaneously. Sorry.
Okay.
The Dexborg, the last one, is unlimited. That means as much tokens you hold in your trading wallet, you can trade all of them. So if you have 250 trust line with tokens, you can set grids on those 250 tokens if you desire.
On the unlimited,
So
yeah. Good luck with that. That's okay. But you said that you don't. It doesn't sign the transaction for you, right? So how do bots work if you have to sign every transaction? Because that sounds really laborious.
the boat signs transaction for
It
you. It
does.
has to. The XRPL ledger at this point doesn't allow you to just create, for example, a QR code signing that would allow you to have multiple trading transaction done with one signature. So for the moment, it's one signature per request, basically. So if you put an order now on the DEX, you will have to sign it. And if you want a trading tool to do it for yourself, then you have to link your trading wallet with the trading tool in order to let the trading tool sign all those transactions for you.
Okay.
And you can scroll a little bit down, and there you can directly see those NFTs. And people can directly buy them there by clicking on it. A QR code comes up, you scan it, and you directly receive the NFT in your wallet, and this directly unlocks your
Access.
trading features on the tool. It's instantly. You don't need to ask anyone to unlock your wallet. Everyone can really access it. I advise everyone to first read the instructions
Yeah.
before buying an NFT, because it's obvious you have to hold the boat in your trading wallet. So if you buy it with your main wallet, you will have to transfer it to the trading wallet after.
Yeah. Bots can be really destructive, and even I remember I was thinking about getting into bots myself. I was listening to Quincy Jones talk about bots and how he created one and said bots when they work good can be really good. Bots when they work bad can be really bad. So I was like, no, I'll stay away. Thank you. I'll just stay in my hodler position. So yeah, please, please, please know what you're doing. And remember, they have help on Discord. So get the help you need if you're even remotely thinking about this. So, yeah. Anyways, really cool that you have your NFTs there, and I don't know understand how to relate these down here. Like, are these the different levels? Like, this isn't exactly correlating to me. Besides the prices, like, is the 600 the level one? The
No,
250.
basically the level 1 is called a Dex boat.
Okay.
The level 2 is called Dex droid,
Ah, I see.
and
Okay.
the level 3 is a Dex Borg.
Ah,
So it's 3 different boats, basically Borg
okay.
and
I
droids,
see now. Okay, now got it.
with different aptitudes, basically. And yeah, it's we have a little story about and around all that, and we try to make it a bit more funny by just saying to people it's an access key you buy and to unlock a tool. No, you adopt a droid, a Borg, or a boat,
I got
and
you.
so yeah, it's to make everything a bit funny and to make people proud also for adopting one, and to having it working day and night.
No, it's very interesting. Any plans to incorporate AI in any of this?
I love AI, but honestly, this we invested a lot of development right now in the Airdrop machine, in the SwissTech main platform, in the DEX machine, in the swap tool, in other features we are doing. So we didn't had time to do anything with AI.
Yet,
Even
right?
I would love to integrate an AI bot in this DEX machine where people can ask questions about how to set up a grid, and how things work, and to have basically a bot helping them to get answer to everything they need. And yeah, I think that's one of my next steps. Instead of having a FAQ, having a AI bot helping people out. Set up their grids, to understand how it works. This would be really awesome. So yes, for sure, one day there will be some AI integrated, and I think if one day we really have the time, the energy, and the skills for it, it would be awesome to have also an AI that is placing the best grid possible for
Yep.
people. So basically analyzing the highs, the lows, the movements, and really deciding this is the perfect price range and this is the perfect amount, and then the volume that's up to everyone. Um, to decide the volume he want to trade. But yeah,
That would be really
for
cool.
sure, I would love to do it.
And this is another thing that I thought was really, really interesting. This is the reward me tool. Do I have that right?
Yeah, this is basically to understand. This is a faucet where people can click on it every day and get a tier-based drop. So it's not a free faucet; it's a holder faucet. It's you have to hold those projects. If you click on each little gray arrow on the projects, you can expand, and it shows the 3 level of holdings you can have, and the rewards you get for each level.
Okay.
So if, for example, you hold all of those tokens, with one single click you claim all of them, you get them dropped instantly in your wallet. uh, we made this to offer to the community something funny to claim every day, and to also offer to projects a solution to have something dropped for the community. This is free. Every project can come over and get listed into this. We are trying to filter a little bit, but we are not the police on XRPL, so it's also difficult to say we accept you or we don't accept you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, it's a faucet, and also to understand this faucet is a instant drop solution that we also integrate in play to earn games. So there's few games around on the XRPL who already use that in game, meaning that in the game you accomplish a mission, for example, you win a reward. The game is triggering this faucet for the game, and while you are playing, you're already receiving it in your Xom wallet. So it's kind of an instant drop technology that is used as a faucet, but also use it for the play to earn in game drop solution, basically.
I'm trying to remember. There's one game I wanted to ask you about. I'm forgetting the name of it though. It's they just released their beta and on their fantasy game. Gosh, I go blank on names all the time, everyone. So I apologize.
There's X Crusaders, maybe.
Um,
Um, I don't know. I'm not following really all
the
those
gaming side.
projects.
It's okay.
Airdrop Gaming is one of those games using it.
Sorry, who?
It's Airdrop Gaming. It's a little arcade game. It's for me one of the first functional released play to earn game on the XRPL.
Oh, okay.
He is using this faucet drop technology also inside, and we are collaborating together since a moment. So he's also a very skilled developer, and also old school developer, first developing, releasing, and then looking. So there was also no pre-sale, and he also not issued a token. So pretty interesting also. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, hope this will help a little bit the play to earn games to have real decentralized instant drop solutions in the games.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm picturing the game I'm thinking about in my head, but I'm just going completely blank on the name, and I think I've owned their token for like 2 years, so I feel really bad right now.
Equilibrium games?
Yes, maybe it's EQ. Yes. So,
Yeah, Equilibrium game, I think. Yeah. Um, I would love to talk once with them also, but I didn't have time again.
yeah.
I hope that next year I will be able to attend some events and to a little bit have more time to dig in project. I missed a lot of projects and I hold very few XRPL tokens.
Well,
So yeah.
a lot of us are hoping that, but again, that's the why I'm covering the tokens, right? Just because after XRP does something, then the next wave is the tokens themselves. So, or the projects that are building, and you're obviously building quite a lot on the XRPL, so it's really awesome. But obviously, this is a great way. I'm not familiar with too many of these projects. Now I know Swiss. um, I know Treasury, and I'm guessing these green bars, or whether or not this they have tokens to airdrop. Is that my understanding?
This is a kind of a funny thing we did. It's basically the daily load.
The daily
So
load. Okay.
yeah, every day the faucet reloads at a certain time. You have a counter in the middle. This faucet is reset at 4 p.m. UTC.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, we give a daily max load to the faucet. So
Ah,
there's
okay.
projects offering a lot, so they will never be empty. And there's other projects creating kind of a little competition where you have to be early. If you come
Mm.
too late, faucet is empty, and you have to be quicker the next day. So this is a kind of a funny thing, but if you're quick enough and coming after 4 p.m. UTC and hitting claim reward, you always get your rewards. It's more for people who come 23 hours after they may be empty.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And,
I
and and so again, this is fully up to the project to decide how much he wants to drop, how much is the daily load. So really, this is something we offer to the projects, so they have something cool, and it's also going in the direction for the Tipper project that wants to act as a reward ecosystem for the XRPL. And so yeah. Um,
No, it's very interesting. I think that any new project wanting to start up on the XRPL, and Treasury has their venture platform. I can just imagine that they would probably need to be aware of this as part of their as their possible opportunities to take advantage of. So I think, and as a holder of any of these tokens, or of any of the ones that will join later, I think knowing that this is here, and that I didn't know of any faucets on the XRPL. Like, this is the first one I've seen. So I'm excited.
I
I don't
think
know some of these
that
projects, but this is exciting. So
I think there's other projects also having faucets, but at some point it was, I think, the biggest faucet in one single click. Because
wow.
you click once and all those who are there, all those who hold, you get them directly. So we really wanted to make it funny for people and not having to click each faucet, but
Yeah.
just one click, you collect them all. And also, if you click on the logo of those projects or the name, you get directly the link tree of them or the trust line link. So
Okay.
we wanted also to make it, as there is few hundred claims every day, so it's few hundred people connecting every day claiming them. It's also cool for a new project because when he shows up there, people may click on the link tree, learn about the project, add the trust line, maybe add some tokens to have it also as for a daily drop. And so yes, we noticed some benefits for the project joining it, and it's we did it firstly for the fun for people to have something to click every day. And yeah, it's
Yeah.
more for fun than anything else.
Gotcha. No, I mean, especially if someone's new to crypto and they're trying to figure out, well, how do I get tokens? Or, this is something that faucets are an easy way to get people to understand, like, hey, you come here, you get more tokens every day. It kind of builds a habit, and then you might look into, like, the fundamental news that people need to get into the
Sure.
know about what crypto is, and it just kind of keeps them motivated. So unlike other things that may be automatic, like StakeX, that goes directly to me without I don't even I trust that it's happening. Let's put it that way. Here, for more people who may be OCD who want to come in and click, like to know that it's happening, I can see that that is extremely good for people, especially new to the space. And so I don't know who else who else is doing faucets on the XRPL. Let's talk about this,
Um,
because now you've got me interested.
I think there was the first faucet I noticed on XRPL, and I claimed it once or a few times. It was 1.5 year ago. I don't know. It was Chorus X who made it, I think.
Okay, I'm not
And
familiar.
right now there is another project.
I know
I think
like
it's
X what?
Rocket Lunch or something like this. I don't know if they still have it, but they also have a Telegram faucet, I think, Telegram
Interesting.
boat faucet.
No,
So
I was gonna say the only one I can remember is like I think it's X Coins or something like that that had like a faucet for their own Dex coin that I didn't really understand, but I was like, okay, cool, I can come here and click. I have not remembered to come in and click. So
yeah, but for me, a faucet has to be funny with a lot of projects inside. If everyone has his own faucet, it's also cool. But I think it's more funny if you have a huge faucet with
yes,
many projects inside, with no financial interest. Tipper is a non-profit project, so everything that is coming in is put back in liquidity,
mm-hmm.
and we want really to act as a platform benefiting to other projects. And so I think a faucet like this is a great way, yeah, to give to. I had a lot of projects jumping over and saying, "Oh, I don't want to do daily drops. I don't want to use the airdrop machine every day. I don't want stacking. I want just a faucet where people can claim drops. That's enough for me." So it was really for many projects exactly what they needed and what they wanted. Not to annoy themselves with complex snapshot things
Yeah.
and stuff, and just to offer still something to the community. So yeah, I think we soon update something also on the faucet. There's also the NFT faucet where basically
Oh,
people for
okay.
holding NFTs can also get tokens and things.
That's
There
really
will be the
cool.
wheel, yeah, there will be the wheel of gift sooner or later, but we delayed that
Oh.
one. Then you can click on my rewards. It's giving you
Ho,
the
ho, ho,
whole
ho, ho.
history.
Sorry, I gotta stop you because I totally forgot about the rest of the things up there, and you're blowing me out here. So, the NFT faucet's already working.
Yeah, sure, sure, sure. Any project can jump over and ask us to basically target an NFT collection and to distribute his token XRP, TPR, any token he desires. And again, we can also bridge, for example, say you need to hold NFTs and also some token to get the reward. So you can have, for example, an NFT project who says you need to hold my NFT plus 1,000 of the token minimum to get it. So everything is possible to set up the NFT faucet. There's really custom configurations behind. So it's really on demand for the project.
Okay.
So yeah.
No, that's cool. I just didn't know this was already going. I thought it was like, you know, in
Oh
development.
no, that's ongoing. You can, for example, see the Claudette faucet is a faucet from a book from Editions. Queen Quest is another project, and she's offering XRP. So people get, for example, 0.12 cents per day per click for their for each NFT they hold. So if you have 10 NFTs, for sure you get that amount 10 times.
Wow.
Um, so yeah, it's funny. And my rewards and account words is like options where you can have a historic of the rewards you collected every day.
Okay.
And you can also see which is the most. And account word is basically giving you the USD value of your wallet.
Okay. Which is why I'm not seeing anything because I'm not connected because the
Exactly.
connect's
If you
updated.
connect and if you claim rewards, you will start to have historic in my rewards, and account word is working with any wallet if you connect.
Yeah, and I'm not on the rich list because of the same problem, not connected. So, okay.
Yeah.
No, this is all really cool. I didn't know. I'm gonna have to go check out some of these other things that are on your faucet now. So, Give me more that are developing on the
There's
XRPL.
still a few things, but I will maybe keep them a secret for the next time.
Oh, okay. Well,
So,
I see how that is. But no, it's really cool. So you developed an airdrop machine that projects use. You developed the Dex machine that if anyone's interested in bot trading, even if they're just a regular consumer or crypto trader, they can go in and take advantage of. And you have the Faucet. So this is all really cool that I don't know if people are aware of. So I hope that now you are. So let me know what you think in the comments below. And yeah, let me know what your thoughts are of SwissTech. Let me know if you have any questions for them. Of course, you can always reach out on there. I'll put the link to. Well, I totally missed it now. Don't know where it went to. I had their link tree up, but I will put that in the description below for anyone who is interested. Do you have any last thoughts, Julian, for about the XRPL or your project or the next thing that you're going to be creating, or for the community in general before we get out?
no, not especially. I want to thank you first for what you're doing. I think this will have a great impact over time for the XRPL community. Having people like you focusing on really explaining things and searching authentic projects and not having some paid promotions.
Yeah,
This is really, I think, the real ethic we should need in the XRPL. So really, thank you for doing that. And yes, again, if anyone is using tools I made or our services and has question, they can always jump over Discord and ask us for help or anything. If a project wants to get listed in a faucet or in anything we have, just contact us. We are always happy to help out. So
gotcha. Well, I appreciate it, Julian. I do. Again, this is a great hobby, and I enjoy it, and allows me to explore what I want to. And I'm glad that led me down your direction. And I'm so happy that we got connected and we
me
could
too.
make this happen. So, looking forward to maybe having you on to maybe talk about more of that Dex machine, and I can figure out maybe the implications on this side of things in terms of if I can even do it. But it's
It's
really
easy, don't worry.
okay. Well, it might be easy to set up, easy for me to do tax wise. That's a whole other thing I need to figure out. But yeah.
Sure,
But
understand.
yes, but thank you so much, Julian. This is Julian.
Thank
I'm
you.
from SwissTech. I'm JTXRP. Put your comments below, but we're out.